Hi, welcome to Pagan Goddess Tarot, and today I am doing a Celtic cross reading for the zodiac sign of Virgo. Keep in mind this is a general collective reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it starts resonating later, that's not uncommon. It is fortune telling, so sometimes the events that you would normally resonate with haven't occurred yet. If it starts happening later, then you're more than welcome to go to the channel and rewatch any of the videos that you'd like. Okay, the readings you should be watching right now, though, are your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. That'll give you a better overall view of your energy. Okay, so I'm pulling one card from the Animal Spirit Oracle cards, and this is Panther Spirit, and it's telling you to reclaim your power. Reclaim your power. All right. There we go. And now I'm going to take two from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards. Wow, the Druid jumped right out. It's telling you to hold the space. All right. Hold the space. And one more for Virgo, please. One more for Virgo. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but I do readings. I do bonus readings. And the reason is because I gauge it on the most likes, the most comments, the most views. It just depends on which one catches my eye at the time. And then I do another one during that series, that batch of bonus readings that are in order, and it's a zodiac sign. That way, everybody gets a shot at a bonus reading. And the reason I do that is because I'm giving back energy to you. You know, if you put energy into the channel, like, I don't know if you know it, but like if you push like, then that puts the reading into the algorithm, and then other people get to see it. And so anytime that you interact energetically, just even by watching, it helps the channel grow. And so that's just my way of giving energy back to you. So I hope you take time to watch those bonuses when they come around. I usually do a round of readings and then do a bonus round. Okay, so it's spring, and it's telling you to see your seeds grow. See your seeds grow. All right. So I'm going to move these over here. If you followed me for a while, you know that these cards usually interact with the tarot portion of the reading. And the only reason I'm moving them out of your line of vision, most readings I won't do that. It's just because Celtic Cross is a large reading. So let's go ahead and get started. Tell me more about Virgo, please. Tell me about Virgo. King of Swords. Okay. The King of Swords. This is somebody that's trying to see things from a higher perspective. They actually do see things from a higher perspective. This is a very, very wise king. He sees, I think, much more than other people do. He bases his decisions on logic. Okay. Again, he's got a sword. He's not afraid to cut things away that don't serve him. He doesn't. He has emotions. They just don't. He doesn't use his emotions to make decisions, and it's because when you're using your emotions to make decisions, you don't always make good decisions. And in his case, he's making his decisions for an entire kingdom. You can see he's way above the canopy. He's even above the birds at this point. He's a very wise king, and he tries to be fair and balanced. Okay. Let's see. So tell me what's crossing Virgo. What is crossing Virgo? What is the challenges for Virgo right now? What are the challenges? Okay. You're moving forward. Okay, slow and steady does win the race. Okay. You're this is your challenge. You may be moving too quickly. You may need to slow things down. And be more methodical. The earth signs, that particular earth sign is very slow, methodical, and meticulous. He moves very slowly. It takes a long time for him to get where he's going, but he always crosses the finish line. Not all the other knights do. He's very abundant because he does that. He's not worried about the enemy. He knows right where the enemy is. He has scouts. He's that general that can predict what's coming next. And he just, like I said, he moves very slowly. He thinks logically and he moves very slowly. This is the guy that gets down off the horse. If he's inspecting crops, he gets down off the horse and he checks the soil and he checks the plants for any diseases. He doesn't just look at them, oh yeah, everything's growing, bye. No, I mean, he's very meticulous. And if he finds it, obviously he knows what to do about it. If he doesn't, he knows who knows what to do about that. Okay, so what you have going for you is you have a lot of options. Okay, so your spirit team is offering you a lot of options right now. And I think you're in this position where, you know, you're reclaiming your power. And you're holding your own space. Okay? And you are moving forward. And you're wanting to see your seeds grow. And that's why you're being so meticulous. Your thought process is very, very meticulous. Because you do know you have all these options. And you're choosing wisely. You're not jumping in there, oh, that looks good. Oops, wait a minute. That was not a good idea. You're choosing options. And we all know that some of those options aren't good for you. So just, you know, choose wisely. Okay? Because you will see your seeds grow, whether they're good or problematic, okay? Now, in the recent past, you were given a chance you're given a potential brand new beginning in abundance, okay? You kind of sometimes have to drop your shields to accept these gifts. If you'll notice, somebody left their shield there, took the lantern and went off on their own, okay? This is a point of, you know, you have an opportunity, and that ace indicates that you can take that all the way to the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so it's how you work with the choice that you were given. Okay, wow. Speaking of aces, the overall energy of the reading, the crown position, is the Ace of Cauldrons. Now we know that is an overflowing cup. We know that it is perpetually full. And the reason is because of those 5 streams, and one of them is actually coming back up from the water and refilling the cup. That's love. That's love of all kinds. That's familial love, love for your children, romantic love. It's not just romantic love. Okay? A lot of readers say, you know, it's a brand new beginning in love, which it is, but it doesn't necessarily mean romantic love, although, you know, a lot of times it is. So think about other ways love works in your life. You know, what does love do? It brings us joy. Sometimes it brings us pain. Sometimes it brings us agony, but what it does is it makes our life better. if you love something, if you love someone, we have, here in the States, I mean, we have pets. You love them too, right? It's a different type of love. It's almost like a love for your child. Some people love their animals as much as they love their children. Um, it's it's um it's a way of being. It's a way of life. It's having your heart open. It doesn't mean that you have your eyes shut, and it doesn't mean that you shouldn't move slowly and methodically. It doesn't mean that you don't use your thought processes. But it does mean that you are open, and love is the most powerful force in the world. It can literally move mountains. Okay? And then, wow. In the future, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, you're starting from there to there. Okay? That's the ultimate love card. That is the ultimate love card. It is... Sorry, I'm turning my phone off. I forgot. It's abundance. It is love. That's multi-generational. That's the legacy card. I mean, there's a promise there of future generations being taken care of. The shields in the background are formed into the shape of the Tree of Life. Celtic Tree of Life. That is multi-generational. Okay, in this case, the two men at the window are his nephews. And to give you an example how well this spreads, if you ever see, I'm going to start pulling the Five of Cups whenever I see it and explain this. These two men standing by the window are powerful magicians. The king is actually a powerful magician too, and that's his wife. So their generations will have the legacy. These two are being provided for too. So when I'm saying generations, it's not just up and down, linear. It would be linear, but it's just not vertical. It can be horizontal as well. So the generations that are living now, siblings and their children, okay? But that window where that rainbow is, that's the rainbow in this deck that goes to where the Five of Cups is. This is the castle that you need to go to. This is the castle that in the Five of Cups that you're striving to get to. But anyways, I digress. Going back to this. This is legacy. This is abundance. This can be, I'm trying to think of, the Walmart card. Sam Walton, he started Walmart. His future generations should probably never have to go without, unless they don't, unless something happens. But I'm saying, on the whole, look at Kennedy's. You have Kennedy's. This is the kind of money that we're talking about. This is the legacy. And it's not just about money and abundance. Abundance comes in as many forms. Abundance is love. Abundance is having food, having clothing, having what you need at your disposal. Having access to medicines and being able to do the things that you want to and create what you want to in life. Okay? So, where are you? Where are you, Virgo? Tell me about Virgo. Okay. You're trying to balance things right now. So you are literally, you have the 1 and the 2 and the 10. So you're in the process of building. And, we all feel like this. The ships are out. There's a storm out there. They're getting beat up. And those ships are your intentions that you've set. and you're trying to trust in spirit to take care of them. Okay? And they're still floating. You have a wolf at the door, literally. And what's the wolf doing? Guarding the door. That wolf's not trying to attack you. He's not growling, snarling, not trying to sneak through there. He's like, okay, I got you. I got you covered. You've probably fed that wolf at some point. Again, the power of love. Whatever the reason, the wolf is guarding the door instead of attacking. You're standing in the snow barefoot, but you don't look like you're freezing. You're obviously magic. You have an infinity card. What comes around goes around over your head, and you're balancing two large pentacles. And if you look really closely, you're actually levitating them. So it's not a real strain on you. Okay? You're finding your balance, I think is what it is. You're reclaiming power from from whatever had happened. Holding your space. Sometimes that's all you can do. Hold your space. But if you're slow and methodical, and you use your logic, and you use your reasoning, and you make good decisions, especially when you're given these opportunities, you know, you will find your balance. You'll hold your balance. Okay? Your environment right now, you may have been through a lot of conflict. If your environment is not this right now, and it is conflict at the moment, you're moving into this. This is balance. Again, balance is playing heavy in here. You have the scales are weighed. Both hands are dropping the same amount of coins. He's balanced precariously on the rocks. But he has an abundance. You have an abundance, or you will have enough money for not only yourself, but to help others. And don't forget, when you climb or you build something or you become affluent, you know, those things that you don't want anymore, don't throw it in the trash. If it's something that's reusable, there's somebody that needs that. Go take that to the charities. Okay? Okay. Let's see if I can get a hold of the card. You're mastering something. Okay? I think you're in the process. You may be learning something. You could be learning a trade. That's usually what that is. There's something that you're working on or something that you're building. It could be anything. It could be a book that you've been taking care of for a long time, that you've been working on for a long time. Okay? That is, you're mastering it. Okay? You're just mastering it. And it's going to be enough to bring you abundance. And I think that what Spirit's saying is you can build it from there. You can build anything from that point. Okay? So, I think in the future... Oh, wow. That's incredible. I think in the future you're going to be celebrating life. Alright? And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Sun. This, whatever this is, just know that happiness is coming in for you, okay? You're going to see these seeds grow. So plant wisely, okay? And be methodical about taking care and taking charge of these things, okay? Ouch. So I'm going to move this over a little bit. I do this so I don't have to have the cards piled up on each other. All right. Alright, well, I have Temperance, and that would be covering. So, while you're thinking, while you're seeing things from a higher perspective, and doing things from a higher perspective, you know, it's also telling you to have patience. You know, you learned a lot of hard lessons in the past. And the thing about patience is, what comes around goes around. So, we're always going to have cycles. That's why we're in cycles. So... you know, it's time. There's a time. I forgot. There's a season under the sun. It's a quote from the Bible. There's a time. It's not coming to me, but basically there's a time for anything. There's a time to plant your seeds. There's a time to harvest. There are times in life. These are the things that you celebrate. Okay? These are the things that you celebrate in life. If you have a particularly good harvest, then you celebrate and you share the rewards for that, okay? Especially if somebody's less fortunate than you are. And this is how you find your path. Because on the other side, this lobster is very small and he's terrified of typically in the red or white, it's a wolf and a dog. They're very large though, and they're scary. And you have to get past them to stay on your path. See, in this case, you've already done it. You've crossed into the portal, and now you're just tripping along doing your business. Okay, but now you're the huge one, and they're looking at you, and they're afraid to pass. So it's about facing your fears and staying on your path. Having trust, you know. If you're slow and methodical, there may be conflict around you, but you can still build things. Okay? You can still build things. The thing is not to put your energy into conflict. You have to make a decision whether you want to move forward or what do you want to do. You're going to face these demons and move on. Because you really do have a lot of options. Okay? And they're serious about the options. You need to open your eyes and start looking because they are bringing options into you. Okay. You will probably be getting a passionate message soon. This is a small message, but it's something that can be built into something massive. Okay? And that's a fire, so that can be passion, that can be creative, that can be love. Okay, but you have accumulated the power or the knowledge that you need to manifest anything, and that is clarifying a potential new beginning in abundance. Okay, and whatever it is, this is something you've been nurturing for quite a while. You know, an overnight sensation is rarely overnight. You know, it's just it's just that people just start hearing about you quickly. Kenny Rogers was a rock star before he turned to country music. For country music, he was an overnight sensation, but he worked in music for 20 years before he became an overnight sensation. Okay, that's my point. He put in work and talent, and he nurtured that. And then when he broke. Okay? He just had to do it in a different genre. And sometimes you need to think that and look outside of the box. That's the idea of seeing things from a higher perspective. All right, so we have your dreams coming true with that Ace of Cups. It's wish fulfillment. And the Lovers. This is a good reading. You know, I'm seeing these readings this month are really, almost all the readings I've done so far are really, really good readings. Okay. I mean, readings are not really good or bad, but the messages, how we perceive those messages, they're just messages. They're just advice, more or less, telling you things that you need to know. Okay? And then we have the Three of Wands. So your ships definitely are coming in. And that's clarifying that. That's clarifying the Ten of Pentacles. Okay? You're definitely leveling up in love as well. So right now, you may be just trying to stave off hunger at the door. It may be a little rough for you right now, but I think that whatever this is, this period in life is getting you ready for this period of abundance, for this period of love, for this Ten of Pentacles, okay? Because we see the King of Wands. And a lot of times when we're just holding on, that's when we get real creative and really dynamic. That's when we start thinking outside of the box. Okay. And it's also when we start cutting things away that don't serve us any longer. Okay. Okay. And they're showing that you are definitely nurturing something. This is something that you've been thinking about or working on for quite a while. So whatever it is, keep going. You are definitely bringing it. You can definitely bring it into being. Okay, and it shows you have right here. It shows you have the Ten of Wands, and that is a lot of burdens. Okay. But you know, usually with that card, it's the end of a cycle as well. Okay, and this abundance that you're building up here is building a firm foundation for you and your future. Okay. So they want you to follow your intuition. Follow that inner knowing. Okay, because you're going to be celebrating life. It shows you coming into the Nine of Pentacles. And that is typically somebody that has made it on their own. Okay? They've made it on their own. And that takes a lot of strength. Alright? It takes a lot of strength to do that. And again, your happiness is Ten of Pentacles. Twice. One more. One more, please, for Virgo. Okay, and I think this is your Justice. Now, this may come from a lawsuit, but I don't think so, because you've been nurturing and working on something. So it could just mean karmic justice. It doesn't necessarily have to be something from the, the judicial system. So we have a message coming in, and whenever that happens, it's going to enable you to charge forward. Okay, so I'm going to pull a couple Archangel cards. I meant to use the other deck, but I started with Aries with the Archangel cards because I couldn't read the other ones. I didn't have my glasses. They were in the other room. Creative writing. Archangel Gabriel, make time to write down your thoughts in a journal or pen an article or a book. Okay, so you know, as you're going through these things, a journal is always a good thing. That way, it's almost like your later generations can see the struggle and how you got to where you were, what you did. Courage, because sometimes they may be in the same boat trying to maintain that abundance. Courage, Archangel Ariel, be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. And then at the bottom we have gentleness. It's Archangel Sandalphon. Be very gentle with yourself at this time. Surround yourself with gentle people, situations, and environments. Okay? So, you know, while we're doing these things, or while we're creating, or while we're moving into abundance, or building abundance, we tend to forget to take care of ourselves. We tend to forget. We get really focused. So, you know, remember the family. Remember your friends. Try to celebrate life. You know, you can build and build and build and build, and then you're 90 years old and you can't enjoy it. So enjoy the journey. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thanks for watching. Obviously, if you like it, you know the routine. Like, subscribe, share, hit the bell icon. That way you get notified whenever I upload any future videos. It's a really good reading. It's incredible. There's something about the energy. That's what I was